Hi, welcome back to the Gnarlyverse. I'm putting this video out in case anybody has any questions or concerns about it. I have a therapist, and if you were wondering how long I've had a therapist for, this therapist has known me for 7 years, but 4 years consistently. I have been in therapy every month for 4 years consistently. And I'm actually very proud of myself for that. I am very proud of that. I had to throw this in here real quick. It is a huge accomplishment for me to even have my own apartment, to have stayed in an apartment for 2 years, to have stayed in therapy for 4 years. I'm very proud of myself because it was not something I was able to do for a very long time. I was not able to keep a consistent schedule with a therapist. I wasn't able to keep a consistent schedule with anything, but for the first time in my life I've developed routines and patterns, and it's not something that I was ever able to do or interested in doing. But everybody has their own pace. To this day, my father still says strange things like we suffer from mental immaturity because we have longevity or something. I actually really appreciate when he says interesting things like that. My dad's weird in a good way. My dad says a lot of far out stuff. He's really cool, man. And he tells me, man, my dad was riding a skateboard until he was like 45 or 50, I think. He broke his arm in his late 40s, was it? Riding a skateboard, and that was like the last time he rode a skateboard. And my father admits to this day that he has a very hard time acting his age. And I didn't think that I would suffer from that at all. At all. Apparently, I'm wrong, and wrong, very wrong about that. So, I'm emotionally immature, and I work on that. And I think everybody works on that a little bit. But yeah, apparently, according to my father, feeling like I'm looking my age, but maybe that's stress and not keeping up with a healthy diet. Well, anyway, to have consistent therapy, to be able to prove stability. So even though I was not ordered or required, that is essentially, they need to see you in therapy for usually, if any place ever does require anybody to, usually typically, if you're to be judged by your peers or a court or a family or a facility or professionals or doctors, typically they want to see you having been in therapy for 2 years or longer, minimum 6 months to a year. I've been consistently in therapy every month for 4 years straight. And I have known this therapist, and this therapist has known me for 7 years. So, that would be it. I plan on staying in therapy unless my environment changes and it's no longer physically possible for me to keep transportation to therapy, but I don't anticipate my environment changing anytime soon. Seems to be pretty consistent. And thank you for listening, and if you appreciated this admission and release of my information, then hit that like button. Now, for a long time, I've felt it was necessary to make a video saying I have been in therapy for 4 years consistently. So I've made the choice to release this as a gift. I hope you've appreciated my admission. And to whomever it concerned previously, I hope this eased any of your concerns, but I know it probably won't, because most people that call me unreasonable and delusional are unreasonable and delusional themselves. Have a good day. To whoever it may concern, I hope this has answered any of your questions, and thank you for your feedback. Enjoy any upcoming content.